Vikings going on the road to Philadelphia. Man. Ah. Okay, breaking down. Eagles got thrown on a lot last week
Like 50 passes.
by bum ass Mac Jones.
Mm.
Kirk Cousins is better than Mac Jones,
Okay, okay.
but he did lose last year. It was Monday Night Football, week 2 at Philly, and got smoked.
Yes.
But your favorite receiver, Justin Jefferson's there. Alexander Madison can run the ball. Eagles defense is figuring themselves out. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I'm gonna go with the Vikings to upset the Eagles on the road
Okay,
because
okay.
it's that what I talked about before. Don't let week 1 overreact, whatever. Mac Jones threw for 300 yards, bro, and they only lost because of a pick six. Now Kirk Cousins is prone to throw those interceptions in these primetime games, but people tend to like, oh, he has a bad record in primetime. You gotta remember, he's playing like the best teams. Like primetime is supposed to be for the best games, right? So yeah, you're playing the one of, if not the best team in the NFC. You know, so I'm gonna go with those. I think Minnesota takes care of business. I think they control the time possession. Jalen Hurts looked real shaky last week, but that was weather. I don't know. I'm not a weatherman. I'm a meteorologist. I have no idea what the weather is looking like tomorrow,
Mm.
but I think the weather should be fine. I think the system has moved to the west. We got hit with rain in Indiana yesterday, so hopefully it just keeps going on. But yeah, I think Minnesota airs it out, and it's one of those like, okay, football's actually back kind of games. I got Minnesota.
Okay. I'm rocking with you. And this is not a being petty fuck Philly vibe. It's more I gotta support. I'm a Viking supporter, so I gotta support the team. But you mentioned it on Tuesday. The Eagles can't get got, right? I think, and plus it's a short week, and I know the Vikings want to get that bad loss. They want to get that taste out their mouth. They lost to bum ass Baker Mayfield, which is insane. But like they gotta get that out. And I think the fact that it's a short week, they can just move on, whatever. Will it be close? I do think it's gonna be close. I do think I think the offensive play calling of the Eagles cannot be conservative against this team because the Vikings have potential to drop 30. If they stop turning the ball over like they did last week and finish those drives, whether it be 3 points or seven, I could easily go from a blowout to a closer game. So it's gonna be tough. You might get this one wrong if the Eagles actually clicking on all cylinders like they did last year this time, but I got faith in the Vikings. I got faith in the Vikings. So now Sunday starts. Packers, Falcons. See, both these teams are 1-0, but it's like, how do you rate it? Do you rate it where both teams' defenses carry, they ran the ball well, and the quarterback, well, Jordan Love actually played fairly well, in my opinion, right? But then the Falcons, you got B. John. The running game was awesome. But I'm going with the Packers because I didn't tap. There we go. I'm going with the Packers because I think their run defense is strong enough because the Bears ain't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, their offensive line is ass, and the Falcons have like I would say top five offensive line, which is very underrated. But like, it's tough. It's tough. I know defensively the Falcons is gonna keep it close, but I don't like they don't even pass the ball enough to win. Like Drake, actually, not Drake London. Desmond Ritter is gonna have to throw some passes in order to beat this team. And when you got Jair Alexander probably gonna be on Kyle Pitts or Drake London, what can you do? If you're gonna only dump the ball off again like you did against the Panthers, you're gonna have a bad time. I think
Right.
that's exactly what the game plan is gonna be for them, and I think the Packers are gonna win because of that.
Hey, so far we're 2-0. We're locked in. Going with the Packers as well. I think Falcons they open the defense is good, especially shockingly great. Jesse Bates welcomed addition on the free agency. Calais Campbell welcomed addition. Aaron Jones might not play hamstring,
Mm-hmm.
so AJ Dillon come on down, the quad daddy himself. But I think that Jordan Love. It's not saying I'm not. I don't believe in Jordan Love. I just don't believe in Desmond Ritter. That's what it comes down to. I don't believe in Desmond Ritter. I think he sucks, and I don't think he has the capabilities of being a solid Packers defense. Like I gotta give them credit. Packers defense is really great, and Jair Alexander is going to probably clamp down Drake London, even though no longer he wasn't even looking at him anyway. No targets, or only had one target last week.
Mm.
Either way, I think the Packers. Jordan Love makes the right plays. Um, he's not a rookie. Well, he's kind of a rookie, but the Packers have a better offensive line than the Panthers did.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I do think the Packers will be able to run the ball, control top of possession, but the Falcons want to run the ball too. So it's gonna be this game might be really fast,
And low scoring this out too.
fast and low scoring. So I think the Packers win those kind of things because I trust the coach. I trust the coach. I trust the defense. I trust the offensive line a little bit more on the Packers side than I do in the quarter on the Falcons side. So give me the Packers to win this game right here, though, bro. When you guys see the spreads later on, you're gonna be like, yeah, bro. They lost Monday Night Football for walk-off punt return touchdown. They and being the Bills. Josh Allen had 4 turnovers, and they got punched in the mouth, and they had the deflation. They literally had that game gift wrapped to them, and they lost.
Mm.
I think Josh Allen goes bananas in a positive way against the Raiders.
I'm about to put bananas.
I think the Bills, like, I ain't picking that spread at all. I think the Raiders covered. That's the spread that's eventually going to be shown. But man, I will not be shocked because if you're comparing quarterbacks, Jimmy G just win, baby. All he does is win, or Josh Allen, whose ceiling is so high. Hey, what goes up must come down, but what's down has to come back up eventually. It's part of the roller coaster. So I think he shows like he has that bounce back game that like okay, this is what we needed to see last week. But Raiders until they show me they don't have the defense that nowhere compares to the Jets. So as long as Josh Allen doesn't shoot himself in the foot, Bills should win this game pretty easily.
I'm with you. 3 for 3. I feel like it's going to get ugly real quick. And like the odds of them, I think the other best defense that they're gonna face this season is the Cowboys later in the season. So I'm like, bro, like ain't no way that happens again back to back weeks. They're at home opener. They're gonna have the fan base rocking with them, breaking tables and shit. And it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be an honest vibe. And I think like Allen probably throws for like 3 touchdowns. He needs it. He needs to bounce back. He really needs to bounce back. I think Diggs gets another 100 piece with a touchdown. And I think James Cook dominates. And it's now granted the Raiders struggled last week against the Denver's defense because Denver's is top 5. But like their defense is not good. Max Crosby is their star player.
And Chandler Jones is like holding out.
Like it's like at this point you got like, all right, if you just double Max Crosby, you're gonna be okay. And I think Allen makes smarter decisions, and they just dominate. They just dominate. I'm glad it's at 1 o'clock because I would hate this to be a primetime game and it get blown out. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Now, yo, 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 yo. Fuck the screen. Fuck the screen. Hold on. This is my shit. Yo, as y'all motherfuckers know, if you're watching this, I got my Ray Lewis jersey on. I'm a proud Ravens fan. We have lost to these bum ass Bengals in the last week of the season, and they were taunting us all that, and we lost to them in the playoff game. Granted, both those times where we're out Lamar. Both those times where we didn't have Lamar. We got Lamar. Our defense is injured as fuck. Our offense is injured as fuck. But we got Lamar, we got Zay Flowers, and we got Odell and Bateman. Mark Andrews practiced today. I hope he practices tomorrow. And if that's the case, he's on track to play on Sunday. I think we're going to win this game. What I put a bet on it in my parlay? Probably not. Probably not, in all honesty. Because when you're betting, you gotta put your emotions aside. But do I honestly think we have a great chance to win this game? Of course we do. Because you wanna know why? Because our offensive line of the Bengals is ass. And we got dogs. Like our defense has been top 10. I'll probably say on the bottom, the lower side of the top 10 ever since we got Roquan. He's been the leader of the defense that we needed. No offense to Patrick Queen, but he's better just using as like a tackling guy and getting sacks, pressuring the quarterback. He's not like a traditional linebacker like the guy jersey I got on right now. Roquan is that. And ever since we've had him and like the tail end of last season, our defense has been phenomenal. Kyle Hamilton has to step up because our DBs are injured. Marlon Humphrey is injured. Marcus Williams is injured. So he is the best DB we got. He needs to make some plays. I think we keep it close. I do think Justin Tucker walk off field goal for the dub and to spoil the Bengals. Because it started off 0-2. The Bengals could afford to lose the game. We could too because we're 1-0. But like I feel like for momentum, it's really playing like Lamar needs to have a better game because last week was bad. Turnovers, all that. We gotta lock in. And if we lose to these bum ass Bengals again, I would be tight. But if it's a shootout and our offense is actually offensing, I'll be happy. So I want to like if we do lose, I want to take away something positive from the game. But I got us winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm good. I'm good now.
Okay. So all that you said was great. I think the Ravens win as well.
Yeah, boy.
4-0 together. We locked
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Here's the biggest reason, right? I said this yesterday and I was passionate about it. Bengals offensive line is going to hurt Joe Burrow, man. They're going to get him hurt. You spend a lot of resources on trying to revamp this offensive line, and the Browns defense has Myles Garrett, and a bag of chips. The Ravens front seven is one of the best in the game.
Got some dogs.
Y'all will get after the quarterback by being the Ravens defense. I expect a low scoring game against the AFC North. I'm thinking like 24-21.
That's low scoring?
Compared to NFL standards, yes. Or 21-17 type shit or 21-18, whatever. But y'all, the AFC North, like, throw records out the window, except for one that we talk about later on in the Monday night game. I just think that, man, like, I think Lamar toys around with the Bengals defense. Again, Jesse Bates. He's a guy that they should have paid, and they chose not to. So I think his presence will be missed. And I think you guys start airing it out a little bit on him. I don't know the weather. Again, not a meteorologist. I hope the weather's fine. But I think you guys run the ball. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is hurt. Obviously, hope he's getting better. But y'all are running back. Y'all are running back. Two things are known about the Ravens. Y'all will run the ball, no matter who's in the backfield, and y'all will play great defense. Boom. Those are the two things that are always going to be the same about Baltimore defense and Baltimore Ravens. So Ravens running the ball, I'm not concerned. And you talked about Mark Andrews practicing, so he's going to be a welcome addition coming back. Like, I think Lamar gets a safety blanket back, and y'all take care of business.
Thank you, sir. But real quick, before we move on to the Lions game, RG3 has said something I saw on TikTok. I want to give credit to whoever who made that TikTok. He said he's worried for Joe Burrow, not because of the skill, but he reminds him of Andrew Luck. The skill was there, but he kept getting beat up and retired way too early. So, if the offensive line keeps being the way it is, I'm wishing all health on all that for Joe Burrow, but like that shit adds up. Like we said for Anthony Richardson yesterday, that shit adds up. So, but let's go Ravens. Yeah. Moving on, Natu. Seahawks at Lions.
Cool. Yes. Seahawks at Lions. Lions home game. They have 10 days rest. I'm not as pessimistic about the Seahawks as Chris Broussard seems to be. He seems
Yeah.
to think that Geno Smith is a pumpkin, that he's falling down to earth, that he's a bum. I don't think that, but I do think having 10 days off, and carrying that momentum of, hey, we just beat the defending champs on the road in their place. Seattle got thrown on. They let Matthew Stafford turn back the clock. They got some random rookies, bro. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Padkey, or I don't, again,
Puka or
don't know,
something.
but he went crazy. The Lions have weapons everywhere. And I think this is a Jahmyr Gibbs, like, starts to usurp David Montgomery that kind of game where he'll catch a screen pass and take it to the crib and, like, okay, we got to get this guy the ball more. I think the Lions win. And I don't think it's actually close. I don't think Seattle has the defense that can stop the Lions. Yo,
We 5 for 5, bro. Five
bro,
for
yo.
five right now. Hey,
Also,
but
again, before we continue again, if you're in fantasy football, I have my boy Ron asked me about J.K. Dobbins. He's like, hey, what did I do about him? I texted him again. If you have any fantasy football questions, then, hey, and if there are questions, we'll answer them, of course. Fantasy football week 2 matchups. You want to start off on that right foot? Please drop comments about your fantasy football teams and all that good stuff. I just wanted to bring that up because people are, oh, can we ask questions about that? Yeah, ask us anything. We love fan engagement. Just don't be a dickhead.
type shit, type shit, type shit. All right, so I would say for the Lions, their defense drastically improved. Granted, Kelsey didn't play last week, so we'll keep that with a grain of salt. But it probably might be a high scoring game because I know the Seahawks want to bounce back. But like, I think you heard the thing about senior CJ Gardner Johnson? Like, bro, he is like, yo, wear blue freaking shicey mask. So all those shicey masks in freaking Detroit are gonna be like all the fans are gonna be rocking shicey masks, like blue shiceys. Like, it's gonna be crazy. And I think he added an element of like great attitude because he played on the Saints, he played on the Eagles. Like, yo, like he's known for playing with great defenses. So like he's bringing that energy over to the Lions, and it's being transferred everywhere. Aiden Hutchinson is a dog. And added fact, Aiden Hutchinson probably gonna get 2 sacks because the Seahawks, they just signed Jason Peters, 40-year-old Jason Peters. They brought him out of his couch to be a tackle because they lost both their tackles. He is going to eat this game. He's going to eat. So let's go Lions. All right. Now,
they lose both of their tackles. Yeah, it's crazy.
this is tough. This is tough. I don't even want to talk about it, but like, if I had to pick one, I go with the Colts. I go with the Colts because the run game of Anthony Richardson, I think, is special. He got it. Now, D'Amico Ryan's defense, it put some pressure on my Ravens now. You know what I'm saying? The offense just couldn't score because they were suffocating. Now, the Colts defense is not elite, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. They got a little bit of luck in there with freaking Jacksonville last week, but they got cooked because, it's Trevor Lawrence throwing to Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Travis Etienne. The Texans don't have those kind of weapons. So I got to go with the Colts.
I go with the Colts simply because if you're looking at week 1, yeah, again, try not to make prediction, but you got to use data. Subjectively speaking, Anthony Richardson looked better. Even as a rookie, he does like a better pro than CJ Stroud. Now, again, not taking anything away from CJ, you're in a terrible situation. You have no weapons except for Nico Collins, and that's it. And Damian Pierce. Now, the Colts can get ran on. Travis Etienne showed that, hey, you can run the ball on the Colts a little bit. But to compare Etienne to Pierce, that's doing a disservice to Pierce because he's not on that level yet. So I think the Colts win. I don't even know. This would be like one of those games. Like if you pick this game in Survivor and you get it right, you're so lucky because if hypothetically you pick the Colts to win and they win, you never have to pick the Colts again, and a lot of people might be picking the Texans, maybe. So you get that double up where a lot of people lose and you win. So again, just thinking about this, it might be an interesting survivor thing if you're a Colts fan. Like, hey, we have a chance to be 1-1, which is something that hasn't happened in a while. So last year you guys were 1-1. That's the end of the day. Game of the weekend by far. Chiefs, who lost 10 days rest, going on the road to Jacksonville with a prince who was promised. Oh, I've had a hard time thinking about this game, Shabazz. I've had a hard time thinking about this game. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
Nah, ain't no way.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
Bro, we locked in today, bro. Upset alert, bro. Let's go. Talk about it.
I love again. Y'all know Mahomes is my guy, and I just think the loss of Eric Bieniemy is something that no one's really talking about.
Speak on it.
Like, yo, yeah, Andy Reid's the one that calls the plays, but him and Eric Bieniemy and Patrick Mahomes have been like this. They've been inseparable since he's been in the league. Now, again, Travis Kelce, he talked about it on his podcast. Hey, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling great. He's also dating Taylor Swift now for some reason. I don't really know how that came up to be. Point is, he's feeling better. They just signed Chris Jones, so that defense is already going to be better. But man, cornerbacks, who's going to guard Calvin Ridley? He looked so explosive against the Colts. The Colts don't really have a secondary to really talk about, but neither do the Chiefs. They have a pass rush now with Chris Jones coming back, but I think that Trevor Lawrence buys the time that he needs. They go 2-0, man, and that's gonna be panic time for Nick Wright because I think Jinx it. Hold on, put the thing away for a second. Let me talk to you for a moment. Do you believe in jinxes?
Yes, of course.
I think so. I believe so as well. I believe in the sports gods and all that stuff.
Football god, yeah.
You don't be talking shit like, yo, never a doubt to have like you don't do that. Yes, you have a generational, the best quarterback in the game, potential of all time kind of guy. You don't talk that much shit and not have karma happen. So I think they start off 0-2, and it'll be an interesting realization that okay, like it'll be a close game. It's gonna be a high scoring game, I think. Or maybe even like a defensive slugfest. Who knows? Like 27-24 type John. But for the Chiefs, that's low points. Again, they scored 2 touchdowns in the first half and then did nothing in the second quarter. Nothing in the second half, rather. Like, I don't know. Mahomes, love him to death. But you can't underestimate the impact of Eric Bieniemy. There's a reason why fans who not necessarily of the Chiefs were like, "Yo, he should be an NFL head coach," and now he's like, "Yo, I gotta prove I'm good. I have to go somewhere else." Because forever his goal is gonna be it's Andy Reid. It's Andy Reid. Now I will say this, and the thing that causes me pause is Chiefs have an extended rest. It's basically a bye week. Andy Reid off a bye is like one of it's not the best coach of all time. So it's does like 19-4 or some shit like that. Like he doesn't lose off of buys. He also doesn't lose week ones, and that happened. So who knows? I got Jacksonville.
If it was at Arrowhead, I would have went the Chiefs. Your analysis is spot on. I think the loss of AB is paying his dues. Because like you see with him comparing it to Brian Daboll with Josh Allen, like Josh Allen's sputtering right now. Like the ceiling's still there, but like he has a lot of those duds more than often. But the coordinators is valuable. Like people just sleep on because it was Andy Reid calling the plays as his scheme. But like yo, EB, like there's a reason why he was there for so long and why they were so successful. Like and I think you're gonna see it. And I think the Jags is at Jacksonville. Weird shit always happens at Jacksonville, bro. Like that's one of the weird like Bermuda Triangle type vibes where like you go in expecting something, you get freaking a whole different result. So I'm going with the Jags just because, bro. It's a vibe to me. Now, Bears and Bucks. If it was any other quarterback, I would probably went the Bucks. But since it's bum ass Baker Mayfield and we're fading Baker Mayfield, I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care if I go 0-17 against Baker Mayfield. I don't care. I'm not picking him to win the game. Fuck no. Go Bears. The challenge though would be the run because the Bucks, even like now, like they're not high profile, but like they're great at stopping the run, and that's what is going to force Justin Fields to throw, which he could. Kirk Cousins went for 300, so Justin Fields could definitely go for a lot of yards if they like take that one element out of this game. You got DJ Moore, get him more involved this game around because last game he got clamped up by Jair, which a lot of people don't get clamped up by Jair. So like have him go for it and prove why we traded away the number one pick to get this guy for you. Like I need to see that connection. I need Khalil Herbert to play a little bit better as well, and I think they probably get the dub. Anyone probably they lost at home to the Packers. Like they got spanked. I think they want to like get that taste out their mouth and do some spanking. And Baker Mayfield's a perfect person to do some spanking to. What's up, Baker?
Oh.
Nah. Fuck Baker. Where?
All right, I'm going with the Bears as well. Obviously, I believe in Justin Fields. I will say this: the Bucks escaped with the win because they turned the ball over 3 times. Vikings did. In the red zone, interceptions. You can't do that. Penalties kick their asses a lot and just fumbles. So I think the offensive line for the Bears gives me a lot of trepidation, a lot. But I think Fields, this is like the bounce back. Okay, here it's like is week one a blip or is it a trend? I think it's a blip. I think he still can showcase okay that I am the guy in Chicago, and that connection with DJ Moore strengthens a lot. Chargers at Titans. I'm gonna keep it short. If you fading bum ass Baker Mayfield, I'm fading Tannehill. I'm fading Tannehill until he gets benched, and even then, I respect Derrick Henry. I love Derrick Henry. That's my guy. I respect Mike Vrabel, but if you want to get into the shootout category with the freaking Chargers, you need a guy. You need a quarterback. You need a receiver. You're going to need people, and they don't got anybody and they learn from their mistakes. Them being the Chargers, you're not gonna double. You're not gonna play man coverage against Tyreek Hill. Now, I'll say this: they have the speed. Titans don't have any speed whatsoever. So, like Clamp City, I believe in J.C. Jackson. I believe Khalil Mack gets after the passer. He shows up again. Return on the Mack and Joey Bosa. The older Bosa brother. I think he shows up too. So I was with the Titans. That's my fault. What happened? My fault. My
Mm.
fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care for this game at all. I'm going with the Chargers because I do think they're the better team, but I honestly don't care. I do want to talk about this one: Giants at Cardinals, and Jaden, Panita, I know you
Silent.
watching.
Yo.
I know y'all niggas is watching, bro. Y'all gotta talk to your team, Matt. If you watching this, bro, I'm going with the Giants reluctantly. If and I'm thinking about putting them on my survivor pick. If y'all don't know, this is 35 bands on the line. If y'all motherfuckers lose to the Cardinals, bro, if if the I think y'all bounce back because y'all got Saquon, y'all got Darren Waller. Your defense couldn't really showcase much because it was 40-0. It kind of avalanche against the Cowboys, but that's the Cowboys. Cardinals offense is ass. Their defense pretty solid. I'm not gonna hold you. They got some luck. Daniel Jones is better than Sam Howell, which is me crazy saying that. But right now, Daniel Jones is better than Sam Howell. Y'all motherfuckers better win this game. Y'all better win this game. If y'all don't, I'm gonna be tight because that's letting me down. Y'all letting me down. That's out 50 cash on a chance to win 35 bins if y'all motherfuckers lose. Lock in. Lock the fuck in, all right? Cook these motherfuckers. If it's 24 zip or whatever, Like y'all gotta put some pain on these boys. No injuries, but put some pain on these boys, man. Come on now. Go Giants, man.
I had him in Survivor week 2. I was like, before the season started, like, hey, any opponent that the Cardinals face, fade them, fade them. I'm not picking them in my Survivor. I don't trust them like that. But I do believe that they threw week 1 out the way. If the Giants is gonna make any type of noise, this would be the game you do it. Inferior opponent, your defense is legit. Dexter Williams, Leonard Williams. Wait, Leonard Williams is on there too. The Williams,
Yeah.
right? And I just think that y'all have a good defense. I also picked them up in a lot of my fantasy leagues. So y'all better lock in. We're skipping around a little bit. They're my first pick. They're my first like they gotta lock it. And we're gonna talk about it. All the other teams or players or units that need to lock in. Giants is my number one pick that needs to lock in. If you lose to the Cardinals, then I know I want vindication. I know I say they were gonna be bad this year, but man, I didn't expect it to be that bad. You feel me? Niners Rams. Surprise of the week in terms of the Rams, man. They showed up. They're like, hey, we are Super Bowl champs. You know, we still here. They get dog walked by the Niners. The Niners, man. Niners have a fantastic defense, and they will get after the passers. They'll get after Matt Stafford. I will say this though, for his they go back and forth. The Niners have the Rams number. Even when the Rams was like undefeated slash winning a lot of games, they would always slip up against the Niners. The Niners have their number. Kyle
Debo goes
Shanahan,
crazy.
Kyle
Debo goes insane against the Rams.
It just some reason why Rams could beat everybody else, but they'll lose to the Niners, and it won't be surprising. Debo,
Bounce
I'm
back.
expecting I'm expecting a monster game from Debo because literally, except for Aaron Donald, who do the Rams have on defense? Like they probably won't run the ball as much, but again, you give Debo a 5-yard screen and boom, he can take it to the crib. So I think the Rams they show a good fight, but then they end up losing, and that's sad. That's a little sad. Anything you want to add?
Uh, Shouts Kyron, Notre Dame. Shouts that boy Puka from BYU. That's pretty much it. I feel like it's gonna be late, but I do love chaos. You're a fan of the show. You guys know I do love upsets. I love chaos. So would it be a narrative? It would definitely be newsworthy if the Rams would have upset the 49ers and be 2-0 when everyone's expecting them to have a down season. That would be crazy. But do I call it? No. Speaking of potential upsets, all right. Boy, I wish Aaron Rodgers was playing. I prayers out to him. We know what happened, but man, do I wish he was playing. I want to call the upset so badly, bro. But I'm not risking my record for nothing. I'm not doing that. I got the Cowboys, but man, oh man, if the Cowboys lose, they're I think 9.5 or 10-point favorites. If they lose to the Jets with Zach Wilson at quarterback, oh my God, I'll be in heaven. I will be in heaven. Skip will shut up. Everyone who's a Cowboys fan will shut up because you have no room to talk. You'll be the Bills. And real analysis for a second, I do think the defense is going to cancel each other out. Like, it might be low scoring because the Dallas defense is just as good as the Jets defense, right? It's going to come down to that. You got all the expectations on you. You ain't do much offensively because you ain't need to. Can you do it? And you have a great test with this Jets defense with Sauce Gardner, who wants to bounce back because he got cooked last week, and DJ Reed and all them boys. Yo, y'all better win. Because if y'all lose to these Jets without Aaron Rodgers, bro, man, Man, oh man, Michael Irvin and Skip Bayless is gonna be quiet on Monday. So I've got y'all winning, but y'all just better not. I mean, I better not lose. Sorry, better not lose.
Better not win. Damn, you know. I'm going with the Cowboys too, man. I think this is just one of those things like you're watching the game, it'll be ugly. Dak will probably throw a couple picks, and you're like, if they had a guy, if they had a guy, the entire you're like, damn, if they had Aaron Rodgers, they would probably win. So it's sad. It's definitely sad. Cowboys win. Damn. Commanders at Broncos. I'm glad I don't have to pick the Commanders anymore because man, they let me down. They hung in way too close against the Cardinals. Now again, week one, is it a blip or is it a trend? I'm going with I'm going with the Broncos. Last year, if you're a long time viewer of the show, it was fade Russ, smoking on that Russ pack, the Hackett packet. But he's not there. And as much as I'm like, oh, Sean Payton this, Sean Payton that, he is a Super Bowl winning coach. He won my team a Super Bowl. So I will always like cherish the memory, all the memories. Uh, but yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think the Broncos show up, and hey, the Commanders' defense though, I will give them credit. They showed up when they needed to. So I don't know. I got no real insight for this game. I just my gut says Broncos. You going with Commanders?
We
Uh,
were
we're
close. We
disagreed.
were so close to having a perfect slate, bro.
Because I think we're literally gonna agree on everything else. I literally,
Bro, I gotta see it. Like this is less about the Bronco. I mean, less about the Commanders and more about the Broncos. I gotta see it. Y'all lose to the Raiders, bro. You only drop 16 with the Raiders bum ass defense. Come on, come on. Like this is gonna be. I'm not even trying to watch this game, but it's gonna be low scoring because both defenses are fairly good, fairly good. Um, I look for Jahan Dotson to cook this game because Terry McLaurin's going to be probably locked up by Pat Surtain. So I look for Jahan Dotson to have a really good game. I'm not even going to lie. It's, bro, I got to see it from Russ. I got to see it. So that's pretty much it. Dolphins and Pat Sunday night. See, now you could think, right? Bill Belichick is a great coach, the greatest coach, right? He might have some schemes open for Tua. Might show him some looks and confuse him a little bit. But when you got Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, bruh, now he might not throw for 400 again, but call him 250, 300, 2, 3 touchdowns. Maybe it might throw a pick or two. Hey, I got the Dolphins, man. I got the Dolphins because that you can't teach speed. You can do technique, you can do coaching, all that, but you can't teach speed. You can't coach that. So like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle's gonna go bananas Sunday night. You know, their first real test against a quality defense. And I think like, we're gonna come out this looking like wow. But don't sleep. Don't sleep. Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry, Gasecki, Ramondre Stevenson, like, bro, the Dolphins don't have a defense. You sleeping on them? Hey man, I don't know. I think it's gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't because the Dolphins defense is not good either. So it's weird.
bro. I don't trust Mac Jones, dude.
I feel you, bro. I feel you,
I
gang.
don't trust Mac Jones to take advantage of that bad defense. Now, again, the Dolphins, Chargers. Oh, the defense isn't bad. It's kind of like damn, you're going against like high-powered offenses, right? Like Chargers have an offense that will nickel and dime you, move off the field, and yeah, score points. The Patriots, they're running back by committee, receiver by committee. Like they're not like good. They leave a lot to be desired. So I don't know. I think the Dolphins continue that hot streak and keep going with healthy man. Tua is good. You come, yo, bro. Hold on. Let me solo up real quick. Let me solo up, bro.
Got you, gang. Got you, gang. Oh,
Son, Monday night football. One of two games. One of two games. One of two games. Vaughn, y'all know who we picking. Y'all know who we picking. I don't feel as though I need to give a pep talk this time. I just gotta say the same thing I say all the time. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Meaning don't commit dumb penalties. Don't turn the ball over in the red zone. Defense, pause when I say this. Swallow Bryce Young whole. Pause. Big pause. But defense, take care of business. Bryce Young is a rookie starting his first home game. Bro, the Saints defense take care of business. I will say this. I do respect the Panthers defense. I will always say that. I've been saying that for weeks now. I'm like Panthers defense is legit. But they don't have any receivers. The guy, one of the offensive linemen just went on IR. Like literally, they have nobody that screams fear on you, offensively speaking. Take care of business. Don't win by 1 point again. Don't give me a heart attack. Just show up, go in, get out, and clean. So Saints win, I think comfortably. Yeah, yeah.
oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! We here? Oh shit! I got the Saints. I think it's the rookie quarterback, bro. I'm a believer in Bryce. Don't get me wrong. I like Bryce, but like he got nothing. His best weapon is Hayden Hurst, bro. Like that's pretty much it. The defense is solid, but if they don't got Brian Burns, that's and they let the Falcons drop 200 almost 200 rushing yards, bro. That's not good, bro. That's really not. And I think Jamal Williams has a bounce back game. I think Kendrick Miller, your rookie, plays, and Derek Carr, like the secondary, J.C. Horn. That's pretty much it.
He's out.
He's out.
Hamstring.
It's GG's. Olave, Buck, Michael Thomas probably like 60 yards. Rashid Shaheed a touchdown. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Like it's GG's. GG's. Brown Steelers. All right. Bro, I don't like Kenny Pickett. I don't believe in Kenny Pickett at all. Grant, it was ugly weather. And to be honest, a friend of the show, he's our guy. I watched the commentary. I was crying because that shit was hilarious. My God, I'm sorry. But y'all going to be over too. The Browns, if they can even get a semblance of a passing game, they going to be a scary team. And I think Myles Garrett is going to eat that offensive line for breakfast. And plus, Deontay Johnson's not there, so you got George Pickens, who's going to probably get doubled. So it's like, and plus he can't really separate. He can't create separation anyway. When you're going to double him, it's like, bro, it's not gonna bode well. It's not gonna bode well for them at all. And unfortunately, we're gonna say the Cleveland Browns are 2-0. And depending on how the rest of the Ravens versus Bengals go, they'll be leading the division because Ravens and Bengals will be 1-1. That's crazy. So I got the Browns winning. Oh, and they can't stop the run. Nick Chubb's gonna go crazy. So for me, yeah.
Yeah, is that it?
That's it. I'm done.
Sure.
Yeah.
Upset alert.
You going to Steelers?
I'm going with the Steelers. Bro, let me tell you something. Browns, since 2003, so 20 years,
20 years.
the Browns are 7-32-1.
Off a win?
They've only won 7 games against the Steelers.
Okay.
7-32-1. Now I know Big Ben's not playing. I know he's not playing. But Mike Tomlin coached a lot of those teams too. Big Ben was 26-2-1. Mike Tomlin got punched in the mouth. He got out coached. He got out schemed. He got out everything. I don't think that happens for 2 weeks in a row. I think the Steelers show up. They take care of business at home against a team that still can't be trusted. Still can't be trusted. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. All right.